Hey guys, Magnus, Robbery here, bringing you another video. Today, I'm bringing you another major event idea. So, of course, in the Discord, I did another little poll, and you guys voted for an event based on a video game, a particular video game in the Simpsons show. And that video game is the Earthland Realms. Very, very decent episode. I quite liked it, actually, with Marge obviously playing as her cleric character, and you have the Bart as the Shadow Knight. Now, of course, recently in the Gamer Games, the sequel, we got both the cleric Marge costume, and we got the Wench Millhouse costume, so we've already got two costumes from this. I want them to complete it. Now, personally, I have done a video on this before, so this is kind of recycled, kind of isn't. So last time I did it in like a really weird way. This time I've structured it as a multi-act, multi-4-act event. But I have added something else just because there is an abundance of costumes to be added. And I kind of wanted to do something where I add all of them. So hopefully you enjoy this. We're going to go through all of it. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a blast. So yeah, let's jump into it. Boom. So you got Earthland Realms. It's an entire event based on this game. If you want, it's a what's the word for third? It makes the Gamer Games thing a trilogy. Anyway, so starting up, bam. Questline. Bart complains to Marge that he is sick of having to do what she says on Earthland Realms. Marge tells him that it's not her fault that she is the ruler of the realm. Make Bart log on to Earthland Realm. Make Marge log on to Earthland Realm. And this will unlock the tutorial wizard and the event. So the tutorial wizard will have side quests for players to unlock more content. So one of the things that's going to happen is every act, so Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, you're going to be able to unlock 2 items, or 2 or 3 items. I'll go through it in a minute, but that's going to be another little thing. So the tutorial wizard will unlock straight away. However, he won't get tasks until you've done all of his side quests. So once you've completed or after the update ends. So after the update ends, and if you haven't done all of his side quests, then you get him as a full playable character. But if during the event, if you unlock all the side quests, you also get him as a full playable character. So whatever happens, you get the tutorial wizard as a full playable character. And then there will be some event currency. Knives will be Act 1, Act 2 will be axes, Act 3 will be staffs, and Act 4 will be gems. Nothing too complicated there. Anyway, so the tutorial wizard will have prizes. So basically, you'll do, in Act 1, you'll do like some quests. You have to send characters to do certain things. And eventually, after doing those tasks for the tutorial wizard, you will unlock the Create Your Character banner as the first prize, which will be a decoration. So you'll just place this, and you have this big banner which says Create Your Character. It's got the little skull through the thing. The second prize will be, bam, Wayland Smithers. So Earthland Wayland Smithers, or Merchant Wayland Smithers, whatever you want to call them. The third prize will be Dewey Largo, so you'll get him as his Earthland Realm as a costume for Dewey. Obviously, both of these characters are free in the game. The third costume will be one for Clancy Wiggum, as you can see here. So you get him as a little pig. Pig Clancy Wiggum. Apple Merchant, or whatever you want to call it. Pig Clancy Wiggum, I don't know. Then you get Priest Flanders, so you get Flanders, one for Flanders there. The next one will be one for the Blue-Haired Lawyer. Now, I am aware that the Blue-Haired Lawyer is a premium character, so it's a bit tricky, obviously, if you don't have the character. But whatever happens, if you unlock this costume, the costume will just be in your inventory. So eventually, you can buy the Blue-Haired Lawyer and get the costume for him and actually use it. Anyway, moving on. Bam, the second to last. This is a character, so this will be the Patty and Selma Dragon. Now, the issue with this is, of course, it's both characters are this thing, so it'd be really hard to make this a costume. Now, I think this is the one exception where I think they can break the rule and make this a character instead of a costume. I know it's a bit annoying, but like because I kind of want them to be consistent, but I don't know how they would do that, right? How are they going to have a costume for 2 characters, 1 costume for 2 characters? It's just incredibly difficult. The only other thing I can think of is if they add some sort of like button, and I mentioned this in the video when I first talked about this years ago, but if they had like a button, so if you click on when you're scrolling through like Patty and Selma's costumes, once you reach the dragon one, it says, alert, this will combine the 2 characters into one, and if you hit yes, then there you go. They could do something like that, that's possible, but if not, a character's fine. And then finally, the final prize will be the Placine Mage. So, yeah, this will be a character as well. So I'm going to be doing something with these characters. Now, a big problem with this update or this episode, basing an event on this episode, is it's all costumes, and I kind of wanted some characters. The only character was really the tutorial wizard. So, but there's a scene where Marge is going through the different characters, and I think they can do something with these. So, of course, all the Springfielders are in the game, but there'd be other characters, right? There'd be other players. So I figured I'm going to make, although they're like kind of blink and you miss it, they are very much so blink and you miss it, I wanted to do something with them. So this one, you'll just unlock in the tutorial wizard's prizes, but the others will be in the actual act prizes, and you'll see that in a minute. So you unlock all these costumes doing the little tutorial wizard's tasks for him. Very cool. Moving on, there'll be a Gil's deal as well. Gil will come and he'll give you the Earthland Bully Bundle. So this will be Cycloid Dolph, Troll Kearney, and Troll Jimbo with the Retreat of Destruction for 250 donuts. So basically you get this forest, spooky forest with this big sign, skulls and everything like that, and you get these free as free costumes for Dolph Kearney and Jimbo. Very awesome. Moving on, in Act 1 in the store will be the Arpoo Merchant's Hut with Vendor Arpoo for 150 donuts. So you get this little hut, and you get a costume for Arpoo, which is Merchant Arpoo. Now I know that there's this whole thing where we don't think we're going to be getting Arpoo content recently because of the controversy with Arpoo. That is still a possibility, but a man can hope. So you get a little costume for Arpoo. Nothing too special, but hey ho, it's something at least. So the Act 1 questline, Robbery. I couldn't think of a cool name, so I've just called it Robbery. Marge is such a good leader that she unlocks coupons for the official Earthland Realm Blocko kit. Marge is so overjoyed. The tutorial wizard tells her that now her settlement has advanced. Now her settlement has advanced, she has to face some new challenges from new foes. Make Marge spend coupons, make Bart try to overtake his mother, and make Springfielders earn knives. And you will unlock this little Blocko stand. So it's just, now I know we've got the dragon already, so we're just going to get this little stand with these boxes on them, these Earthland Realm things. And also, if you don't have it already, you will get Cleric Marge right here. So you'll get her as a full costume for Marge. I was going to say full playable character then. No, you'll get this as a costume for Marge in Act 1. Very cool. Arpoo reports that his store has been robbed more than usual lately. Cleric Marge vows to help stop this from happening. Make Marge investigate store robberies, make Bart buy new weapons, make Springfielders earn knives, and this will unlock the Earthland Realm store. As you can see here, it's just a little, you just get this kind of little store. Marge questions Skinner if he knows about the recent robberies, as he often is picking scraps at the market. Skinner tells Marge that he will make sure to keep an eye out. Make Skinner investigate, make Marge search for the thief, and make Springfielders earn knives, and this will unlock Turkey Skinner as a full playable character as a full costume for Skinner. I don't know why I'm saying full costume. As a costume for Skinner. Very cool. This one's definitely hilarious, so it'll be funny to get that. Milhouse tells Marge that someone has stolen the model of Nuxenor, or whatever it is. Marge is mad and she wants the thief stolen. Stolen? Caught. Skinner tells Bart to tell Marge that he found the thief. Bart demands to know and threatens Skinner, where is the thief? He wants to know where this thief is. So he makes Skinner spill to Bart, make Marge look for the thief, make Springfielders earn knives, and this will unlock a model of Nuxenor, or Nuxenor, I think a model of Nuxenor. So although this is just a silly rock, and it would literally just be a rock, it was kind of made a deal in the show. Obviously, like Marge is like, I need to find the model of Nuxenor, and then the tutorial wizard said that to her, and she was like, is it there? And the tutorial wizard was like, yes, it is. So I don't know. I think it's kind of significant enough to warrant it being added as a decoration. And it's just, yeah, it's kind of a crappy decoration, but who cares? Bart brings the thief to the town and tells him that he will protect them from what is to come, and Marge would not be a good leader like him. So you make Bart take leadership, and then they're like, all the players like, yes, it's true, yes. So you make Bart take leadership, make Marge get angry at Bart, make Springfielders earn knives, and this will unlock the Undead Thief. So although this, again, is one of your blink and you miss it, I don't know, I kind of like it. I'd like it if they added these as characters, so I'm going with it. I'm telling you. So yeah, full playable character. Act 2 comes along. In the store is the bridge with Troll Mo for 85 donuts. Now, or 100, maybe 120 actually, because it's a decoration. I don't know why I put 85. Anyway, 120, let's say. Bridge Troll Mo with the bridge. I know we've already got a Troll Mo, and this is the thing, but that one's from a Treehouse Horror episode, and this one is from the Earthland realm, so they are different. And I believe that one's a character, isn't it? So this one would be a costume. I know it's like recycling Mo costumes. It's funny as well because we have the Demon Mo and the Mo Devil, and they have similar tasks. And this one would probably have similar tasks to the Troll Mo. So I don't even know. Maybe it's a bad idea, but I wanted to add it in just because we kind of need. I kind of want all the costumes. So yeah. Anyway, Marge wanting. I've written this bad. But her wanting her power back, she goes to visit Comic Book Guy and asks how she can regain her power. Comic Book Guy tells her to go to the convention center and ask the developers. Make Marge ask the developers. Make Comic Book Guy call players noobs. Make Springfielders earn axes, and this will unlock the Earthland realm standee, as you can see here. We've got a few of these in the game as well, a few little standees. This one was in later episodes of Earthland Realms 2, the outing of the elves, so you get that as a kind of standee. Turkey Skinner asks Bart if they can get some more gems to feed the villagers, to buy food to feed the villagers. Bart tells him to shut up and roast Skinner. Make players revolt ×3, make Bart stop the revolt, make Springfielders earn access, and this will unlock the Earthland Realm village, as you can see here. So you just get this little village, a collection of houses, and then maybe you can get this hill with this little castle on top. Maybe that would be cool. So you get this little castle with the hill overlooking, and then you get a bunch of these like village houses. It's like a kind of like 5-in-1 building. Burns asks Marge where he can find the stock market website and asks is it close to the burning village. Marge sees the village, she's like, burning village is on fire. And she asks Burns to help her put out the fire. Make Burns help put out the fire, make Marge put out the fire, and that will unlock Mantis Burns as a costume for Burns. Very awesome. I definitely would like that one. Marge tells Burns that this must have been Bart, and she tells him he's got to go. She's going to, once and for all, take all of his power. Mantis Burns asks Marge for gems and tells her the stock market website thing was a ruse to rob people on the game. Haha. So make Marge hand over her gems, make Mantis Burns add gems to his virtual wallet, make Springfielders earn access, and this will unlock the Earthland Realms Cauldron. Just a simple cauldron, nothing too special. Marge demands Bart steps down after he burnt the village, but Bart tells her he didn't. Marge calls him a liar and disarms him. The warrior enters and tells Marge that Bart didn't do it. It was his sworn enemy, the Orcish warlock. Marge tells the warrior that it was Bart. The warrior charges Marge. Bam! Fights go on. So you make Marge die, make Bart gasp, make Springfielders earn access, and this will unlock the Dwarfen Warrior. So you get the Dwarfen Warrior as a full playable character. Act 3, I think this is free, comes along with the baskets with Snake. Obviously this will probably be 120 as well, or maybe it'll be a little less because it's a costume, but yeah, you just get these 2 baskets and you get the Snake. Literally, yeah, Snake is a costume for Snake. The warrior tells Bart that they need him to defeat this. They need him to defeat his enemy, so that's why he needed to stop Marge from killing him. Bart tells him that they need the realm to help fight the Orcish warlock, and the only person to gather the realm would be Marge. So you make Bart look into resurrection, make Dwarfen Warrior try to convince Bart not to give up on his power, and make Springfielders earn staffs, and this will unlock the resurrection altar. So you get this as a decoration. Milhouse tells Bart in order to resurrect Marge, he needs a special gem. Bart asks where he can find it, and Milhouse tells him There is a bag of it in the trophy room. Bart finds Skinner guarding it, and he tells him to back away, but Skinner refuses. Make Bart try to roast Skinner. Make Turkey Skinner beat Bart. Make Springfielders earn staffs, and this will unlock the trophy room. Now, of course, the whole thing wasn't seen, but I think they can make something out of it. Just have this little door, and then kind of like build it out, and then, you know, maybe put like a little... Just make a building out of it. They could do it. They've done it before. They kind of did it with the Hell Labs. They could do it with that. Skinner beats Bart and tells him that he is tired of Bart killing him, so he paid for freemium upgrades. Bart finds Krabappel and asks her to distract him, offering her gems. Make Bart sneak into the trophy room, make Springfielders earn staffs, and this will unlock the Enchantress Krabappel. Now, have I spelled Krabappel wrong there? Krabappel. Oh, no, I haven't. No, I have. Yeah, I have. Krabappel, now, the issue with Krabappel is I'm, like, iffy on... So, say if Tapped Out was created today, right? Let's say the game came out last month. I don't think they would add Krabappel. Maybe this is just me, but I kind of feel like they wouldn't have added her just because they retired the character. But, obviously, because we got her when, obviously, the actress was alive, I feel like they can't like remove her from the game now. She's kind of stuck there. But in terms of getting future content with her, I'm unsure if they're going to do that. I don't know. So I thrown it in there, but again, like Harpoo, there's a chance we couldn't get this. The Warrior tells Bart that the Orcish Warlock is on his way through the Trail of Death, and he will be here soon. Bart tells him that they'll need to resurrect Marge. Make Bart resurrect Marge, make Marge be resurrected, and make Springfielders earn staffs, and this will unlock the Earthland Realm sign. As you can see here, you get this little sign. I forgot to say, this altar will include the new animation for Marge and Shadow Knight. That is, make Marge be resurrected and make Bart kind of resurrect Marge. So it's a 2-in-1, or maybe it's a task for... It will be a task for the Shadow Knight, which will be resurrect Cleric Marge. So you basically... You click him, and then it's an animation of him like putting his power into Marge, and then her coming back to life. Yeah, and then you get this as a decoration. The Orcish Warlock approaches, and Bart tells Marge that she needs to rally the realm. Bart tells her he'll fight off the Orcish Warlock in the meantime. Make Bart sacrifice himself. Make Marge rally the realm. Make Springfielders earn staffs, and this will unlock the Orcish Warlock. It's a full playable character. He looks pretty cool. In the store for Act 4, bam, Minotaur Mel with Minotaur Mel's store for 150 donuts. Pretty cool. Marge convinces the realm to fight back against the Orcish Warrior. Make players fight the Orcish Warrior ×5. Make Orcish Warrior fight the realm. Make Marge order the troops and make Springfielders earn gems. And this will unlock the Shadow Knight's body, because of course he died. They'll talk about him dying. So you get this a little decoration, just his body. And maybe there could be an animation with these 4 characters like dancing with it. That might be funny. The town defeat the Orcish Warrior, but the Warrior tells Marge that he was just sent by a more powerful cleric. Make Marge address the realm. Make the Warrior warn about the Elfish Clerk. Make Springfielders earn gems, and this will unlock the Earthland Realm Castle. It's a big building, very awesome, very cool. Marge needs to train people to be clerics like her. Make Marge train Nelson to be a cleric. Make Springfielders earn gems. That'll unlock Bat Nelson as a costume. You can see I probably got a bit bored. I got bored writing quest lines, so I just kind of rushed it. Mailhouse tells Marge that someone has committed treason and allowed the cleric entrance into the castle. Make Marge find the treasoner. Make players defend the castle. Make Springfielders earn gems, and this will unlock Warrior Comic Book Guy as a costume for Comic Book Guy. They catch Comic Book Guy and ask him why he betrayed them, and he replies he's loyal to the Elfish Clerk. Make Marge talks to the cleric and asks her not to attack the realm, but she laughs and attacks. Make Marge fight. Make players fight ×3. Make Bat Nelson say haha, and make Springfielders earn gems. And this will unlock the Elfish Cleric. Oh no, it's not Elfish, it's Elfin. Elfin Cleric. Oh, I completely missed that. Oh well. Elfin Cleric as a full character. Now, the epilogue, I forgot to write an epilogue, but the epilogue will be blah 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 blah. The realm is back to normal. So it's all great. It's all amazing. Anyway, there's some tasks. So for the tutorial wizard, we have welcome noobs for 60 minutes, wave his magic staff for 4 hours, wish people would just say yes for 8 hours, guide players for 12 hours, and look at the look for the Mandal of Nuxanor for 24 hours. yeah. And then for Dolph, we have Shop at Arpu's Market, Guard the Retreat of Destruction for 4 hours. That will be an animation. Cook on Fire for 8 hours. That will be him in the cauldron, I guess, or Cook in the cauldron. Hide in Fear for 12 hours. That will be the castle. And Get Killed by the Shadow Knight for 24 hours. That will be an animation of the Shadow Knight killing him. And then pretty much I've repeated the tasks for Jimbo and Kearney as well. It's pretty much the same tasks. And then for Smithers, we have Shopper again. They've all got Shopper Arpus. When they don't, I'll talk about it. Storm the Castle for 4 hours. That'll be him. Storming the castle with with an axe or something. Celebrate Death for 8 hours. That'll be castle as well. Hide in Fear will be him, shutting the door. It'll be him hiding somewhere, maybe, I don't know. And then Help Boss for 24 hours. It'll be him and Mantis Burns in the castle. For Dewey, or Shop at Arpu, obviously Storm Castle, that will be not animated. Some of the Storm Castles are animated, some of them are not. Bring Music to the Realm, this will be him playing a little tune. And then Earn Gems by playing music. This will be a similar one, but what will be different about this animation is gems will just be raining down as he's playing his little music. For Wiggum, Sell Apples for 4 hours, Eat Apples for 8 hours, both animations. Hide in Fear, obviously in the castle. And make sure no one is committing piracy, that will be somewhere else, I don't know. In the castle. For Flanders, you've obviously got upload Bible verses to the game for 4 hours, Storm the Castle for 8 hours, that's an animation, and then Convert Realm for 24 hours, that will be him with a little Bible, spouting some religion. And then for Bluehead Lawyer, we have Represent, this is meant to be, Represent Goblins in Court for 4 hours, that's meant to be an animation, him having maybe a little goblin next to him and him shouting. And then Sue the Shadow Knight will be an animation as well, where he will just have a big scroll, and he's forcing it on the Shadow Knight. So you will have to have the Shadow Knight to unlock that animation. And then for the Patty and Selma Dragon, you have Scare the Realm for 4 hours. It will be them on top of the castle, roaring. And then Breathe Fire for 24 hours. It will be them just both breathing fire, running around your Springfield. And then you've also got Go on Dangerous Quest for 8 hours. That could be anywhere, really. For the Placine Mage, Placide? I don't know how you say that. Turn players into fish for 60 minutes. It will be hit a random NPC will spawn and it will turn him into a fish. Research new spells for 4 hours. That will be castle, maybe. Earn gems by teaching new players for 6 hours. Summon fishy help for 12 hours. This will be him by a lake or by the river or something, and then he does a spell and some fish fling out of the water. And then take control of Earthland's ocean for 24 hours. That will be at the boardwalk. For Arpu, you got Soil Weapons for 16 minutes. It will be him waving around weapons. Sharpen Weapons, that will be him obviously sharpening them. And then you got 4 hour shift, 8 hour shift. Hide in Fear, stay up all night selling virtual items for 24 hours. For Turkey Skinner, you got Shop at Arpu's Store, be cooked for 4 hours. This will be kind of unique, but basically, he will just be getting roasted. It will just be him being roasted. He's just kind of set on fire, and then he I don't know. Then he becomes a turkey leg. Try to fly for 8 hours. It will be him attempting to fly away, and then Hide in Fear and peck around for 24 hours. That will just be maybe at the store, one of the stores. For the Undead Thief, you got Jump Out a Player for 60 minutes. It'll be him kind of hiding in a bush and then jumping out, doing a stabbing motion. Count Loot for 4 hours. Find Flesh to Eat for 8 hours. Rob the Amandal of Nuxator for 12 hours. It'll be him holding that rock, kind of looking around, maybe acting suspicious. And Scheme a New Robbery for 24 hours. For Mo, we've got Hit Himself with a Club for 4 hours. It'll be him doing that. Serve Grog Light for 6 hours. It'll be him doing that. Squeeze the Pixie Head for 8 hours. So this will be him with Dr. Nick's head, kind of squeezing it. So, yeah. Hide in Fear for 12 hours. And then Sit Under the Bridge for 24 hours. That will be at the bridge. And then for Mantis Burns, we got Shop at Arpu's. Look for the article. So it'll be 4 hours him kind of looking around, or maybe a web page kind of a web page kind of spawns in the air, kind of floating in the air, and it's him trying to tap it maybe. Get lost in the virtual world for 8 hours. Join everyone in hiding in fear for 12 hours. And make cricket noises for 24 hours. It'll be him trying to like move his leg to make noises. I don't know, something like that. For the dwarf and warrior, we got paint shield for 60 minutes. It'll be him with his shield, kind of painting it. Fight the undead thief for 4 hours. That'll be an animation of him fighting the undead thief. Look for innocents to protect for 8 hours. That'll be the castle. Guard the castle from wrongdoers for 12 hours. That'll be the castle. And then find a noble cause for 24 hours. That could be wherever. For Snake, we got slither around for 60 minutes as an animation of him just doing that. Pretend to develop law degree for 4 hours. That will be the baskets. Rob Arpu's store for 8 hours. That will be Arpu's store. Hide in fear for 12 hours. That will be in the baskets or the castle like everyone else. And then emerge from the basket for 24 hours. That will be him just emerging from the basket. For Enchantress Kraboppel, shop at Arpu's door, cast spells for 4 hours. It'll be her doing that. Celebrate death for 8 hours. Yeah, I believe the celebrate death task was meant to be this, right? It was meant to be this. This one. Okay, maybe that could be that for her then. Anyone who's got that. Hide in fear for 12 hours and then pick up men for 24 hours. It'll be an animation of her like leaning against one of the stores and, you know, kind of like whistling or something. I don't know. For the orcish warlock, we got raid the trophy room for 60 minutes. It'll be him kind of bashing the trophy room door. Cast a curse for 4 hours. It'll be him making spells and stuff. Sharpen teeth for 8 hours. That'll be in the castle. Raise the dead for 12 hours. And then help out Cleric March for 24 hours. That'll be somewhere. And then for Minotaur Mel, you got shop at Arpu's. Board up shop for 4 hours. It'll be him putting boards on his store. Earn gems on a quest for 8 hours. That could be anywhere really. Hide in fear for 12 hours. That'll be the castle. Entertain the realm for 24 hours. That'll be him kind of doing funny things with his face. I don't know. Just like, he could be like dancing or anything. For Bat Nelson, well, I think this one would be a great costume. We got say ha ha for 4 hours. It'll be him kind of like flying and then like going ha ha and then you know, just flying away. Look for victims for 8 hours. That'll be the castle. Hide in fear again. Castle. Burn for 24 hours. It'll be him on fire, kind of like ah, and then he like drops to the ground, and then the animation repeats. For comic book guy, we've got find clothes that fit. So it'll be him trying to wear clothes and they just don't fit. They keep going up his belly. Celebrate death, obviously going through that. Hide in fear and then slay noobs for 24 hours. This will be like an NPC and it will be him like acting all cool and then like you know, casting the noob with his sword and the noob just falls down dead. And then for Elf and Cleric, we've got cast a spell for 60 minutes. That'll be an animation. Find more revealing clothing for 4 hours. That could be anywhere really. Kill monsters for 8 hours. That will be castle. I don't know. Fight Cleric March for 12 hours. That'll be an animation. Both of them doing like spells and kind of like casting them at each other. And then train to be better for 24 hours. That could be the castle really. So yeah, that is it. That was a lot to get through. But I hope you enjoyed. I think there is definitely potential to make an event out of this. I know, obviously, I've kind of demonstrated a lot of the more kind of items of this, but I will admit I have kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel with this. Like, I've pretty much added anything they could possibly add from this segment. But I just think there's so much more potential for this segment with the costumes. Now, I get if people don't agree with adding these as characters, like these things as characters. I get that. I just thought it would be cool to get some characters in the game as well as some skins, and I saw them and I was like, you know what, they could be characters. We can flesh them out. And I like it when TapTap does that. Sometimes I don't think it necessarily is bad if we get a blink and you miss it. It just depends how that blink and you miss it is done. With Superheroes 2, for example, like I don't hate the Superheroes 2 characters entirely. I don't know, they were done in a decent enough way. But they were blink and you miss it, and so I'm like a little iffy on them. But they weren't bad; they were okay. So anyway, that is it for this update. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts. A lot to get through here. Of course, head over to the Discord. There'll be a little poll for the next mini event that I'm going to be doing. Because oh boy, do I not want to do another major event. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.